women have different stages in their life where they go through this level of dissonance where, like, some of them, like, I watch girls over and over and over, girls that have come on the show before, and I've seen their dating history for the last 10 years, and it's one VIP host after a male stripper, after a steroid dealer, after a bartender, and then they complain about no good and eligible men.
Out of these two pictures, who would you rather go on a date with?
Oh, I guess that guy.
Okay. What is it about that guy that you like?
I don't know. I don't really like him.
Can we stop the video?
I guess he's the better of the two.
Stop the video. Ladies, which one of the two would you like to go out with?
This guy or this guy?
Like to go out on the guy with the left. Raise your hand if you'd rather go out with the guy with the left. Okay.
Purple Hill Donut guy.
The guy on the right. Who, ladies, you'd rather go on a date with the guy on the right? Sam? Okay.
Yep.
Good. Beautiful.
But he is a Trump supporter.
Okay, keep going.
That was the whole.
Who cares?
Makes him the better.
I'm just not really big into like buff dudes.
So now, what do you think the next person's gonna pick?
Maybe the second one?
Yeah.
Number one?
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you go with number two?
because I'm left-leaning more so.
This is a really tough one.
Is
I'm
it?
not into muscular men, but he's better looking than this guy. He looks cool.
He looks cool?
Yeah,
And who do you think the next person's gonna pick?
this guy.
Number two?
Hilarious.
Okay. Why wouldn't you go with number one?
Well, number two, he's conservative. He works out. More attractive.
Okay. Do you like the fact that he's conservative?
Yes, I do.
This is really funny.
Brilliant design of an experiment.
It is.
Yeah.
So
Really.
the funny thing is they did another one where they were like, hey, do you think Lizzo's attractive? They asked like 10 women, do you think Lizzo's attractive? And all the women were like, yeah, Lizzo's beautiful. Lizzo's beautiful. Then they go to the 11th woman, they say, hey, anyone ever tell you look like Lizzo? And she punches him. Okay? The level of dissonance that women have when it comes to Lizzo is outrageous. The incredible level of mental gymnastics and cope that they have to come up with to continue to try to act like her being that obese is not a problem. It is a problem. And by the way, I heard she stopped making music because of all the criticism she got, and I hate that for her. But the problem is she also could lose weight because it's not good for her heart, and if she has anyone who cares about her, she is shortening her life. That's why I have a problem with it. Not because she's unattractive, but because she's shortening her life.
She glorifies the obesity.
And she glorifies the obesity, which is terrible.
No, she's
That's
unattractive. I'll go there.
No, that's fine. No, I'm not saying she's not unattractive. That's not my problem, though. My problem is she's glorifying things that are causing other women who maybe have gone through a period of their life where they can't get to the gym as much, and they're like, it's okay that I'm this big. And I understand that you feel this way because that's what Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg are telling you. But the reality of the situation is it is putting a strain on your heart, and you're going to die sooner. That is a fact, okay? That's the first part. Now, in this case, we're dealing with a different kind of dissonance. Obviously, all these women, if a man is taking his clothes off and ready to fuck her, she's going to pick the guy on the right 100% of the time, and they can make up any kind of cope that they want. But the problem is the guy on the right also is the one who doesn't settle with her, and so her cope is to say she would rather pick the guy on the left. Mm-hmm. But when they asked, who would other girls pick? They always knew it was going to be the guy on the right because secretly, that's what they wanted too. It's this level of gymnastics that women have to play. Oh, I only dress sexy for me. I don't do it for men when I go to the club. It's this level of oh, I think Lizzo's hot, but don't call me Lizzo. It's this level of fucking mental gymnastics that women have to do. I prefer a dad bod, but then you look at their dating history and it's like, you don't date guys that are dad bods. That's so weird. And so it's really crazy. This is why I've said this a million times before. If you ask a man, hey, do you like, what kind of girl you like? Oh, I like dark hair and green eyes. And you go through his search history, you know what you're going to find? Dark hair and green eyes. But you ask a woman, and it's just like they're so out of touch with the things that they're attracted to. They keep, I had Elizabeth Chevalier come on my show, and she goes, I just like nice guys. I like nice guys who stalk me. I just really like guys who are really just playmates. She's 5'11" with huge fake boobs. I just like you guys are really nice to me. It's like, well, tell me. And then 5 minutes later, we're talking about her ex-boyfriend. So tell me about your ex-boyfriend. He's a fucking narcissist who treated me like shit. Wait, what? You just said you like nice guys. Yeah, but I want him to be nice to me. I'm like, but you fucked the narcissist. How are you not grasping this dissonance? So I'm just saying.
I want the narcissist to be nice.
You know what I'm saying is, you know what we talked about before about being friends with girls that are hoes or being friends with a girl who's a slut? You know what a slut is? That dissonance is gone. She actually is right. She recognizes, I like bad boys because they fuck me better. Like, that's what they recognize. Nobody clip that. They recognize that.
Oh, we don't need to. I got a video for you. Hang on, here we go. Just contrast.
It's the hottest thing a guy can do.
I'm not really into nice guys because I look boys, so I can't really think of anything nice that they can do.
My lucky day, hell yeah. I'm just joking. All right, and what's the worst thing a guy can do?
I guess be nice.
Be nice.
Because sometimes if you're too nice, it gives like, it's like the ick.
Really?
You know? Because it's like, why are you so nice?
Do you like when guys like degrade you type shit? Is that what you like?
Not degrade me, but like, you know. Because I feel like if a guy is nice, that means he gets no girls, and that's like a turn off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But then I'm on social media like, I want a guy that gets no bitches, but like that's just not true, so.
Okay.
I want to hire her to work for us.
There are
shit.
some
I want to hire her.
realistic girls.
We find her.
No, what I'm saying is like women have different stages in their life where they go through this level of dissonance where like some of them, like I watch girls over and over and over, girls that have come on the show before, and I've seen their dating history for the last 10 years, and it's one VIP host after a male stripper, after a steroid dealer, after a bartender, and then they complain about no good and eligible men. And I'm just watching them like, if you were more in touch with your reality, like what you actually are open to, then maybe you understand. If all you did was date fuckboys and denied to your friends that you ever dated fuckboys, do you understand psychologically you can never move past it? Does everybody understand that? Mm-hmm. If you did not, it's like the lieutenant governor of Tennessee who was like a closet homosexual who was like passing legislation against gay people. Meanwhile, he's in a bathroom like trying to suck some dude off, like that kind of shit. Because you cannot deal with your own cognitive issues. Women, you like men who make you chase. Admit that instead of saying you only like nice guys. Then you can move past it. But you'll never move past it if you don't admit it exists. And to her credit, she doesn't look very old. It looks like she figured that out at a young age.
Well, I was going to say that clearly. I know where that was shot. That was in Brickell. So
obviously.
So here's track with me here. This is a theoretical situation. In the very first video, when he was showing like sort of like the liberal donut guy and then the Trump guy was jacked, right? I'm presuming he was probably on a college campus. It seemed like it was.
Yeah.
It was because the quality of women that were coming through, they're like, I don't know, I kind of like this liberal guy with the purple hair, right? They're saying what they think they should say, whereas, we're saying, really they want to fuck this guy. That's why they kept saying, who do you think the next girl's going to say? Oh, it's going to be this guy because he's like objectively or stereotypically, however they want to rationalize it, he's more like physically attractive, right? So the women that were answering the first video questions, I would say were objectively not as attractive as the woman who was the one that was interviewed in Brickell, who was more honest about like, hey, I don't like nice guys. In fact, the worst thing a guy can do is actually be nice. I need a guy who's not going to degrade me, but somebody who's going to like, take charge and kick my ass and be more dominant, right? This is my theory. I think that the hotter that woman is, the more realistic she is about her chances or her what she's actually, she's more self-aware of her own what she's attracted.
I've seen both.
I've seen both. She's more realistic about that.
I've seen both. What I've seen is she's probably dealt with more real shit sooner, which caused her to do that.
Because she's more attractive than the other girls.
It could be, but I've just seen
denial.
some of the biggest states of denial from really attractive women. Because what's happened is, even in their state of dissonance and total disregard for objective reality, because they're so attractive, they can get away with it. Yeah. And so they've never had to deal with real shit. That's the only thing.
Well, okay, so we've done this experiment as well here, where we've gone around the table and we've said, okay, what would you rate yourself, ladies? And every, like, because we have some very attractive women that are on this show. And I think maybe one out of like the 25, 30, or 50, however many we've done it, maybe one or two have said, I'm a 10, right? Everyone is like very realistic and say, I'm a 7, I'm an 8 if I'm made up. They're very much more like, I think, self-aware of their own physical attractiveness. Because if you go and you compare our results to somebody like, say, on Brian's on whatever podcast, he asks that same question. Every single girl at the table always says, I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. Because it's this narrative, or there's this this pervasive kind of like propaganda or whatever, that women can only ever say, never degrade themselves, never self-deprecate. So they're always a 10, even if she's Gorlock the Destroyer. I mean, if she looks like she's this gigantic, fat.
Mike,
shape.
I don't know if you have the experience, but I noticed that the really attractive women don't say they're a 10 more often than not.
Yeah, well, the reason also is because you guys live in Vegas, and Vegas changes. Because in Vegas, you're constantly being like bombarded with other, instead of images on social media, you just go to Fit Club or go to the Dragon's Lair, and you're just going to see like women in better shape than you've ever seen in your life. Yeah. And so I feel like the women here, because they've tried to get because they've tried to get the night shift over at the Rhino, or because they tried to get a job working at White Republic and they didn't get the job, they're way more realistic about how physically attractive they are. They couldn't get hired as a cocktail server, or they couldn't get hired as an atmosphere model. And I think because of that, that's why you rarely have women here saying that they're a 10.
Well, like when they have, was it pool week in January where all the girls have to come out and like try out for that. Like we've had girls on the show saying, "Oh, is it this week? You know, we could do it." And we're just like, just don't even go. You know, not because you're not attractive, but like the women, the caliber of women that are going to be getting those jobs.
No, like there are girls
so
there who are
few of
super
them.
attractive,
Yeah.
but you have to be perfect to get those jobs, and that's the issue. Like to the point where it's unrealistic. Like you're just like unrealistically skinny. Like it's insane.
If we're saying no, don't do, you know, don't bother kind of thing, it always comes off as awkward.
Hey, so you stayed to the end. If you're still watching this, I have a gift for you. Click the link below and I will teach you how to position yourself as a high status man. And yes, it's absolutely free.